Hello. Today we're going to peer into the abyss in the Dungeons and Dragons universe and examine a creature born out of savage destruction and endless hunger, the Gnolls. Gnolls are a species of bipedal hyena that roam the prime material plane in war bands with only one particular goal: to kill and eat as many intelligent beings as possible. This savage race is of very low intelligence, with only the leader and the magic castes being able to make something someone might call a formulated thought. But no matter how intelligent an individual might be in a warband, their language consists of a butchered version of Abyssal for the leaders, and the rest get the same vocalizations a normal hyena is capable of, and whatever gestures they can make out with their hands. The birth of a Gnoll is somewhat unique for a mortal creature of the prime material, as a Gnoll is born when a hyena feeds to the point of bursting from a kill of the Demon Lord Yeenoghu, or from a magical variant of Gnoll, which is luckily the most common way a Gnoll is born, as Lord Yeenoghu thankfully doesn't come to the prime material every day. Once the hyena bursts, it emerges a fully grown Gnoll and assumes its place in the ranks. This process must only add thumbs and 4 brain cells, as this is all a modern day hyena would need to be like this race. Although it would seem that Gnolls tear into battle with the mindlessness of a wild animal, the reality of a Gnoll band's tactics is similar to how ants swarm their prey. The different castes of Gnolls work in tandem to slaughter as many individuals as possible with the least amount of resistance. Gnolls will attack a village, a camp, or a caravan and pick off as many easy kills as they can, and then swarm stronger individuals or groups of soldiers. War bands have also been known to ignore forts and other defended buildings in order to pillage villages outside the fortifications. Gnolls only exist to kill and eat, so after they have ravaged a group of people, they will pick up any weapons they think will be useful, but any treasures or anything civilized races find valuable will be left behind. Following the wake of a Gnoll warband is known to be a dangerous and lucrative way of turning a profit. There are several different castes of Gnolls that serve to make their warbands as savage and efficient as possible. First, I'll mention the Hunters, a variant of Gnoll that serves as scouts. They are the most adept at sneaking and will pick off sentries and guards, so when the rest of the war party attacks, they will be that much more deadly. They will also pick off slow and wounded Gnolls after a raid to keep the pack strong and fast. There is also a warrior variant, which is widely recognized as the common Gnoll. These warriors mainly use spears and bows made of wood or bone. They don't possess any magic or particularly special abilities, but their sheer numbers make them a formidable force. Then there's the flesh gnawers, which are perhaps the most vicious of this morbid species. They are highly agile and use a short blade in each hand, making them whirlwinds of carnage. They tend to stay to the edges of a war party to make quick work of lone combatants and less dense groups of prey. Fangs of Yeenoghu are the source of new Gnolls when the Demon Lord himself isn't in the realm. These Gnolls have magic and fight with their claws to infect their prey with the magic that makes hyenas turn into Gnolls. There's also the Witherlings, a special kind of Gnoll. If a Gnoll tries to eat others in its warband due to the desperation of hunger, others in the warband will devour this out-of-bounds Gnoll, but save the bones where the pack leader can perform a ritual and turn it into an undead servant of the warband. These Gnolls are not as vicious as other Gnolls. They may be the most relentless, though, due to their undead nature, and do not need any of the basic mortal needs of the rest of the warband, and do not tire during combat. And now for the leaders of these atrocious beings. Often they are the strongest Gnoll in the pack, and they will mark their bodies in bloody runes that the Demon Lord will use to channel power to the pack leader. These supreme-ranking Gnolls favor axes and other heavy weapons to take advantage of their great strength. Rarely, though, an exceptional pack lord will be granted the blessing of Yeenoghu and become stronger and larger as it is turned into a Fleend in a flash of abyssal energy. No warband will have more than one Fleend, as you get the promotion by slaying the previous one. It is considered by the other Gnolls as being king for signs and omens by the Demon Lord, and will check for these every day to direct the warband, and these leaders are revered by its followers. These depraved Gnolls are also gifted by a magical flail by Yeenoghu that saps the life and mind of any touched by these weapons. Very rarely, though, a cultist of Yeenoghu will join a war pack. These individuals are treated like any other Gnoll as long as they partake in the killing and consuming of intelligent races like the rest of the Gnolls. In the even greater event that a cultist gains leadership of a war pack, the group becomes dramatically more dangerous as they can follow through with even more complex plans. So you have probably noticed Yeenoghu has come up a lot during this look into the Gnolls, so we would take a look at the Beast of Butchery. This Demon Lord is a 14-foot tall battle-scarred Gnoll that believes he is the apex predator of the universe and that all else is his prey. He tears through the abyss like a hurricane. A horde of demons follow him in his slaughter, mostly for the reason to avoid his wrath. Not that it's hard to get demons to slaughter each other, though. The lair of this demon is known as the Death Dells, a barren wasteland that Yeenoghu uses to hunt humanoid races for cruel amusement. So I hope you found this exploration into this savage species interesting. So subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and leave any suggestions down below.